Cuffs are off, man. Get right. Too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna...
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up everybody? It's Marcus Grant from NFL Network.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league?
Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
Best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
And you're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
Marking often, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up. Yeah, go and roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down, cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right, cause I roll my sleeves up.
What up? What up? What up, world? We are back. I'm Anthony, aka Rasta. This is Get Right Fantasy Network. It's August 21st. It's Monday, and that means 16 more days until NFL kickoff. We get Lions at Chiefs week 1. I cannot wait. Thursday, September 7th. But I'm here with my boy tonight, Fish and Frank. What's up, Frank? Or Frank the Champ, I should say. What's up, Champ?
What's up? What's up? Yeah, did you? I guess you didn't watch too much of the Monday night game today, but we did have a Monday night football game, and it broke the Baltimore Ravens preseason win streak, 24 games straight broken. Washington Commanders were taking this game seriously. It looked like a regular game there towards the end. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, it was the last second field goal shot. They even went for 2 at one point to try to even up the game.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to see the highlights at least. You know.
For sure. We got everybody in the chat tonight, man. We got Wilson. We got Rafi. We got Kyle. We got Jeezy in the house. What's up, Jeezy? Saying he's here at midnight on a Monday. Basically, it's now the Tuesday show over there on the East Coast.
Right.
Says we're on coke right now. Sleeves rolled up. More like $20 bills rolled up.
That's stupid.
Appreciate you, Jeezy.
Well
done. But we're out here, man. This is how we do it. Whether you're catching us here live, we appreciate all you degenerates that are. Absolutely. And appreciate you guys who are watching here the next day as you're getting ready and everything like that. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend, enjoyed some preseason week 2 football, man. So that's what we're here to talk about tonight, our risers and fallers. We'll see if someone like Jay Will maybe makes mine or Frank's list here after his preseason debut. 3 carries for 12 yards. More importantly, 4 catches on 5 targets for 18 yards. So it was interesting to see him get that passing game work there. So I'm sure we'll talk about him. Busy show. We got a lot of stuff going on with this show tonight. Of course, we had Adam Rank in the house. Big shout out to him and the Sick Podcast NFL Network for joining us on Friday, man. That was so awesome. Hopefully you guys got to check that out. If you haven't, when you're done with this, go check it out. Real fun having him in here. But it kind of delayed some things for us, but we're happy to make those adjustments. Tonight we're going to not only be announcing the top 3 that'll be moving on in our semifinal round onto the finale on September 1st and join our 6 current finalists who are Wilson, Rafi, FF Rez. You got FLG RJ, Awesome Eckler, JWN. Those are the 6 guys already in. So 3 more will, be joining them tonight. So we'll definitely make that announcement. And we're also going to be doing our drawing for our Listener League, man. So if you guys were interested in getting in the Listener League, if there's anybody in the chat that's interested in getting in the Listener League, let me know, man. I might give out an entry here before we get to the race, but we got that all queued up and ready to go. Those guys were earning entries all throughout the offseason and the draft season here, or mock season, I should say. So earning their entries by bringing us new subscribers, getting people into our mocks, and now they have a chance to get in here our Listener League where it's a $0 entry and chance to win $50 cash. So again, a lot of stuff just going on here. And definitely get into the JT situation. Got some other news and notes going on here around the league, of course, some injuries. So we're going to get into all that here tonight. But with that said, of course, I do have to take one moment to thank our sponsor, man, UnderdogFantasy.com. For those of you guys who don't know, Underdog Fantasy is a best ball platform. Basically what best ball is you draft a team. It's no season-long commitment, no trades, no waivers. It's 18 rounds. You draft your entire team. The system will automatically set your optimal lineup each month. So you'll just go in there, set it and forget it, so to speak. And you have a chance, like for the Best Ball Mania 4, $25 entry. And they're making 3 millionaires, man. 3 million to first place, 2 million to second place, 1 million to third. So make sure you get out there and go check it out. When you go to underdogfantasy.com and sign up for your first time, make sure you use that promo code GETRIGHT. And when you do, you will get a 100% deposit match up to $100, basically doubling your money. So make sure you guys come out and check that out. And again, use that promo code GETRIGHT. Really, my video is going to freeze right now.
I got you.
You got it.
There's
You
a
guys can
couple
still hear
places
me.
that we
It's all
can't
good.
that is not working in that area for the underdog fantasy. I'll just go over the couple states that is not eligible, which will be Connecticut. Here, hold on a second. I'm trying to put up the map for you guys. Here we go. And we have Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Idaho, Iowa, Louisiana, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, Ontario, Canada, and Washington. Everywhere else is good for underdog fantasy. So, go in there, get your deposits in, get your double your money up for that. That's a good deal. It helps us, support the community here as we get all this content out to you guys, and helps us give some more time so we can do some more research and get over there with you guys. I know that Anthony, we were going to go through and have some highlights on some of these people that are coming up and down, but I think we wanted to start off with some news talk on some of the breaking news that we had today. Are you back on, Anthony, or just
No,
audio?
I'm good visually. I'll just be stuck on the video here for a while. But yeah, go right ahead.
I want to talk about
Let's talk about this JT situation, man.
Yeah. So we want to talk about it. There, obviously, they're saying that they're allowing him to go out and seek a trade. I had already went out and got his backup because I just didn't see him playing for the rest of the season there in Indianapolis. I went and snatched up Zach Moss, and you want to go get those guys because they'll be the next man up for the team. Now it's very important where he goes. Obviously, then whoever he picks him up. Miami haven't shown a lot of interest, right? But anywhere he goes, it's going to be changing their running back situation, and we want to go obviously go and draft him there. Hopefully he goes to somewhere he has a good decent line, and he has a great opportunity to become still be a very successful back. Who do you think is going to get him?
I don't know,
back.
man.
You're moving again, so
there we go. See, I've been trying to work on it behind the scenes. Maybe I shouldn't move too fast. It seems like Miami, came out and said that they're interested. Obviously, they were kind of in the Cooks running, but we'll see what happens. Whoever gets him is going to have to pay for him. We were talking about it in the Get Right Dynasty chat. Shout out to the NYG guy. I think KJ Flynn, of course, was in there, and it looks like I froze again, but that's all right. So it'll be seen. The problem is you have to have a team that's ready to win now, that has the cap space available, in addition to needing that kind of last piece. And being willing to pay him and give him this long-term contract to running back that not very many teams are really willing to do right now. So there's still a good chance that he ends up still just playing in Indy if they don't find a trade partner. But I think this, is big because there's an opportunity, for him to move. Whereas, earlier Israel was saying he's not trading him. Like he's not having that happen. But now
Brooks
they've
says
granted
it
him
might
that
be
position.
the Vikes. Might be the Vikings, huh?
Yeah, Vikings. You could think Tampa Bay. I don't know if they're close enough though. They were throwing out kind of Carolina in the
I
chat.
think Dallas should snatch him up.
Yep, them boys was saying I think Dallas. So a lot of different opportunities out there.
JT's going to the NFC. It won't trade him in the division.
Yeah, I don't think all that matters as much anymore. But yeah, generally, they don't like to do that. So, we'll see where it ends up happening. So, did you have a guess in there? I've been trying to fix my camera here, so I don't know if,
as to where he's gonna go.
Yeah,
not really. Kyle Strabler here, JT to the Falcons. That'd be interesting. I'm not up to date as to who has enough salary cap space. I think Mike and you look at that kind of stuff a little bit more than I do. As far I just worry about once the player gets there. I think it's all conjecture. And it's good to talk about it. It's what I mean. It's nice to talk about it and make wishes about it. I'm more of a like once you're in there, let's see what you got, what the offensive line looks like, what the play is going to look like, who's your backups, who you're competing against, or you're not competing against, maybe on some teams. I'm glad that New England has signed some people that now that they don't need to be picking them up. I mean, they already had Robert Stevenson anyways, so they just picked up Zeke. I don't know if they would have actually gone after JT. I just don't know who has the cap space or ready to take somebody like that on. Um,
Right.
because you do need the money to sign that guy. He's not just going to go for free. Obviously, that's the whole point of him trying to get paid before it gets. He's young, so he's got a lot of wear on those tires ready to go. So let's hopefully he goes to a good team. He makes some moves on there. How Shaver's going again. Best guess
Exactly.
is Miami or Eagles if Penny is cut. So it'd be interesting to see that.
For sure. So yeah, I'm just being kind of upset here at my camera, but I'll get it
It's all
fixed
right,
here
man.
again. I don't know why.
So
Like
you
I was
think the
literally
audio's
on
good?
for
They know you're
45
here, so
minutes.
it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Not
Man,
sure why everyone says Falcons. They just drafted a running back that would probably be better, and they didn't have to pay him for another 5 years. Good point. Especially for teams that did draft somebody, but sometimes some teams are in win now mode, and they're willing to spend that money now to put themselves into that position of hopefully winning that bowl, and then worry about the monies later, right? Just get basically putting themselves in a bad position just to win a Super Bowl, and if that's the situation, why not?
exactly.
Hopefully, yeah, you got to go for the gusto. And when there's very few chances to win Super Bowls, very few chances to get a team together to get out there, and sometimes you have to spend to do that.
Mhm.
Chasing for the fourth to the Bengals for Jonah Williams and Mixon. I don't know. Um, let's see what else we got here. I heard Kyle though. Do any of these guys overkill drugs? So we had some questions here from uh, Kyle Strober. We'll get back into here. I think he just finished his draft. Uh, um, and we wanted to kind of come over and mention what he has in here. But we'll come back to him here in a second. Before we moving on to Anthony here, let's see.
Yeah, we can go into some more news and notes here. So, as far as kind of another disgruntled employee, you have the Steph Diggs drama. You guys probably woke up this morning to Stephen A. Smith saying, according to his sources, Steph Diggs is kind of fed up with Buffalo and isn't on board with their long-term plans or something like that. I'm probably killing. I probably should have had the exact quote from Stephen A. But a couple hours later, Steph Diggs came out and said, all those things were 100% false. There's no truth to it. So who knows what's going on there? So maybe something got said somewhere. Maybe someone's saving face. Um, it just kind of depends on what you think the situation is there. But we all know what happened. Earlier in the year with, with Diggs not kind of being happy or whatever was going on. I mean, the dude has like 130 targets. I don't know how much more they can get him the ball or not get him the ball. I mean, he's clearly the number one option there. There's no other person there besides the quarterback who's more talented than him as far as their respective positions. So it just doesn't quite make sense to me there. He's attached to one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so I don't know why he'd want to be traded. He's getting paid. I don't see why he hates it unless he just hates the snow. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes that we're unaware of. But as far as everything on the field goes, there's really no better spot for him to be. I mean, I know a lot of receivers would kill to be paired up with Josh Allen. So, what did you think of that news?
I don't know. I think he just needs to come play with his brother, and that'd make me happy. But yeah, no, I think it's just like you're saying, it's just noise, man. Nothing to back it up. And that's basically it. Sometimes they just kind of make an amount out of nothing. And like you're saying, great position that he's in, good quarterback play, getting paid. What else do you want? You know what I mean? Like again, if there's something else that's going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of, as far as personnel and just getting along with your teammates, that happens. I mean, that's why Cooper, Amari Cooper left Dallas. I mean, he would start smack a little bit about Dak, and next you know, he was gone. You know what I mean? Like, and that can happen, but I don't think that would happen with Diggs like that. You know, I just don't see it happening. I think he's going to be there and he's going to be playing well.
Absolutely. So yeah, so that's what I have for Diggs. We can move on to just a little announcement. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is going to make his preseason debut or just debut with the Jets this Saturday against the Giants. So that should be interesting. We'll see. You know, I assume Garrett Wilson and stuff will be out there, so we'll see how that connection looks. Whether they play into it or try to keep it secret, so to speak, but I'm definitely looking to see if they have a nice connection in regards to that. Who else? Who else do we have here? A couple people returned to practice this week. Miles Sanders came out in practice pads today, so that was a good sign. He hasn't played in the first 2 preseason games, dealing, I believe, with a hamstring, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got Cooper Cup also dealing with the hamstring. He's meant to or expected to return to practice this week as well against the Broncos for the joint practices. So it'll be nice to see that connection. Maybe we'll see Stafford and Cup
Miles
together.
Sanders is a groin.
Oh, groin. Okay, so instead of hamstring, and then Cooper Cup is the hamstring. Then you got wide receiver Elijah Moore from the Browns. He returned to practice yesterday after dealing with that rib injury that he suffered in the preseason game where he went and got x-rays. It was negative. So it looks like he's back as well. So that's good for these guys, as far as holding their value here in the drafts. Then you had a couple injuries here to some mostly running backs, believe it or not. You had Devon A-Chain. He got carted off. They weren't sure what it was originally. Then it came out as it was a shoulder. He was going to get an MRI. Said that Mike McDaniel came out and said that it looks like he avoided anything severe. And he's week to week. So it's not the day to day, it's week to week. So there's a chance he doesn't start, week 1 here, being again only 16 days away. It doesn't look like he was really getting, that much run. It looks like it's pretty much Wilson and Mostert there at least to start. And again,
Well, let me pipe in on that because he's one of the
Yeah.
notes that I had as far as a riser, and he was last year a riser. Savon Ahmed.
Okay.
He had 12 carries for 99 yards, 8.3 yard average, as long as 65. He also caught some passes 4 for 32, average 8 and a touchdown on that. So Savon Ahmed was last year getting just mixed into the bunch with Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson over there. So, I think that they could hold off on Devon A-Chain and, make sure he's healthy. He was only getting used sparingly enough anyways. And I don't think that
Right.
they're going to start the season with, if they did start he wasn't the starter. You know what I mean? Like, he's definitely going to get some touches. I just think that his touches are going to go down some, especially now with this scary, right? You know what I mean? You don't want to have your rookie go out for the season all of a sudden and waste it. So I think that the other guys are going to get some more touches. And Savon Ahmed definitely went out and was just getting snatched up left and right this week, and he was on the rise. Man, I think we lost Anthony for a little bit there. So where were we at? We're talking to Devon Armstead. Robert Slay said, Izzy, I don't know how to say this. Kondan has a thigh contusion. Went down. It looked like he was in a lot of pain and couldn't play. Couldn't put any weight on it. Could have been a Charlie horse, but I know that he's getting looked at. Another guy that we were looking at was Chuba Hubbard. Suffered an ankle injury for Frank Wright at the Panthers, and I think I had some notes there on the Panthers as well for the running backs because I was just kind of going through and just kind of looking at who's rising and falling and who did anything there on their teams respectively to being able to get picked up or whatnot. As far as somebody you want to take a look at for your teams, and we have here. Hold on here. Where's he at? So Bagels. I'll have to come back to it. I got the notes here somewhere in here. I was going to bring these up later on anyway, so we'll come back to that. So Anthony does have some risers and fallers we want to talk about, but we had some top 6 announcements and the finalists coming up. And I don't want to go too far ahead of myself here before Anthony gets back onto the show here. as he's working to get into the show here. So I'll go ahead and I guess
Does that
we'll
work?
go through some. Let's see. Yeah. You're.
Can you hear me? We good?
Oh yeah. You're
All
moving
right.
and everything. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect
All
timing.
right,
So I
we're
was about
good.
to bounce up here.
You're
So
about to
anyways,
just start going crazy, huh?
yeah, I was just going to go into my reads and some of the people that I had notes on. But you mentioned Shubba Hubbard here with the ankle here injury, and or Robert Saleh talking about Izzy being Conda.
Abanikanda.
I've been in Canada. That's a new one. It's going,
Yeah, so he's
Izzy,
dealing with the thigh
I want to
issue.
be a panda.
Yeah, they got a lot of different. There's a lot of team names that are nice plays on that, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, so he's dealing with the thigh contusion. I guess when he went down, it looked like he was in a lot of pain. Couldn't put any weight on the leg. Maybe it was just kind of a Charlie horse. You guys know when that happens. Thigh contusion, basically like a bruise. To me, it's just big time Charlie horse. You can't really walk after that. He should be fine, but definitely something to keep an eye on. But of course, I doubt he's going to get too much playing time with, Cook. They do have Carter. They do still have Zonovan Knight. Again, Michael Carter. They got a bunch of people, of course, Brees coming back. So we'll see what happens there. Plenty of depth in that running back field. I think he's more of a dynasty issue, but of course, with the Cook signing, I think it puts him kind of irrelevant for this year. But you never know what can happen. So let's get into it, man.
Wait,
I kind of
I want to finish up with Chuba
go
Hubbard's
ahead.
ankle injury because that's one of the guys that had notes on here. Because we also did mention Miles Sanders in his groin. And then, now we got Chuba kind of, ankle situation going on. And we got Raheem Blackshear, who ended up taking some touches over here. He got 8 for 31, 3.9 yard average, and 1 touchdown, 8 long. He wasn't actually the number one because Brown did come in and, probably would assume lead duties, but just another guy to keep an eye on who got quite a few touches. And these guys, continue to be out or down with these injuries. You might want to start looking at these guys to, see what happens with them. And, he got the ball, 8 times for 31 and a touchdown. I know it's a preseason game, but I mean, if, depth charts being what they are, if Miles Sanders or Chuba Hubbard stay out for a while, I mean, that's another guy you want to look at and pick up, even just for waiver wires or something, or for the start of season, for that matter, at this point, because if these guys stay down, they're gonna be the starters.
Absolutely. So there you go. So I want to get into our announcements. Let's at least reveal our 3 alternates. Out of our, of course, we do top 6 when it comes to our mock draft tournament of champions. For those of you guys who don't know what a mock draft tournament is, basically something that we kind of created over here. It was an idea that we had to just kind of, put a fun little twist on mock draft season. Way to just keep it real competitive, make sure people aren't leaving, halfway through drafts. So what we came up with was running qualifying mocks for them per week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Basically 12 people draft in those mocks. We basically, the 4 of us, rank a team based on our preferred players, roster construction, and more importantly, just kind of explain to some people out there, it's not necessarily about, oh, you got a certain pick here or a certain guy fell to you. But at least for me, I look at it more so as if I were to go and take over this team, if it was an orphan league and I had first draft on an entire team to pick, which team am I picking first? And second, third, so on and so forth. So it's not necessarily like, oh, who had the best draft value or who got the best player here or there. I just want to see, people putting together good, well thought out teams, making sure what they do up top matches, how they finish in the draft. And of course, making sure it all ties together in the middle. Those middle rounds are really important and not wasting picks, that's what's important to me, when I'm at least grading those teams.
Yeah,
So
I agree with
basically,
you on that because some of those guys seem like they start the team very strong. You get their the core players in the beginning, and they
4 or
just
5
drop
core.
off. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's like, what were you picking that guy for? Like, why are you throwing this lottery pick so early? You know what I mean? Or high risk guy. You know what I mean? Like you could have waited. Again, also just it's to me, I look at a lot of times who's reaching for players. I was like, I like when I see the guys let a player play drop, and they're the ones that snatch them up at the right, turn or whatnot, and just waiting on the right kind of players and trying to get all that value out of them, that because it was a later pick instead of going early. Because I think a lot of guys, just shoot for some of these guys that are, getting a lot of hoopla right now and getting a lot of fanfare, and they're just like, oh, let me have that guy. I need to have that guy on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And
the biggest thing is and the biggest thing is we're all four of us are kind of completely different as far as what we're looking for, the different builds that we like. I know Dustin likes having 2 solid quarterbacks. For me, I don't care if you draft a tight end in the last round, if it's somebody with upside. I don't mind taking 2 quarterbacks or 1 QB. My big thing is I want to have a strong receiving core, and at least one kind of, hero RB is typically where I tend to go, or maybe a double hero RB build. But especially in a 3 wide receiver and 1 flex, I prefer filling the flex with, wide receivers, just personally, as far as potential upside there. Again, when you're not doing a head-to-head matchup, you're doing a total points for the week. You're kind of shooting for that upside with those wide receivers. So, you can get nice floors with running backs, of course, or if you get the right ones, you can go robust RB. But the biggest thing is just making sure you're getting, 2 bell cows and then a nice, top 20, to go with them as your third, and then kind of going from there. So basically, again, the people that finish top 3 from those 4 mocks end up drafting on Friday night in our semifinal round. We have 4 of those rounds each Friday, and basically we repeat that same process, which is what we're doing tonight, and selecting the top 3 that will move on to the finale. So, Frank wants to buy LA at Compton prices. There you go.
I'm reading Rafi. He wants to wrestle later on.
There it is. Now you got Rafi and DCAS coming after you, man. Dylan wants all that smoke from you. So yeah, man. So again, mock draft tournament of champions. The finale will be Friday, September 1st, and that's where it'll be an actual best ball 18 round full mock according to the underdog settings. 4-point passing touchdowns, half PPR. And basically, we're going to play it out. The winner of that is going to take home the $50 cash prize. So good luck to everybody that's in there. I mentioned the 6 that are in there now. And we're going to announce, unfortunately, the 3 that didn't make it in. But in case any of the top 3 don't make it, these 3 guys will be the first 3 alternates to take his or her place when we get there. It's all guys on this one, but we have had a good amount of girls come out, or women come out and draft with us. So, and of course, we want more of that. So as far as our number 6 team here, and I guess we can bring up the draft board here really quick. So our number 6 team here is a guy who drafted here out of the 10 spot. That's going to be Leo the Jets fan. So you made the top 6. He went Nick Chubb, CeeDee Lamb, Mark Andrews, gets Chris Godwin, Alvin Kamara, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, gets kind of that last tier 1 quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. Then goes Devon A-Chain, who we were just talking about, Elijah Mitchell, Tyler Algier. So a nice kind of modified hero RB build there. Then he gets Nico Collins, who I'm big on. Mike's big on him too. I don't know where you stand on Collins, Frankie. But then he rounds it out with Gainwell and Marvin Mims.
I like Collins.
Oh, okay. Yeah, him and Mechie. I would rank it Collins, Mechie, and then Tank, even though Tank's been balling out. I just think these 2 guys could definitely be a little better, but they could have a scary wide receiving core if CJ Stroud puts it all together. So, again, with that said, congrats, Leo the Jets fan. You got 6. It's nice at least making the top 6. You will be an alternate. Feel free to jump in this week or last week to make it to this next semifinal for your opportunity to make the September 1st finale. Number 5.
2 for 21, 10.5. I actually have him on the notes.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So our number 5 guy here drafted, let's see, actually out of the 5th spot. So Lord of Fanta, congratulations. Number 5 ranked team here. Consensus goes Austin Eckler, Ramondre Stevenson, Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, gets Justin Herbert, then Demont, David Montgomery as his RB3, gets his tight end with Dallas Goedert, grabs Michael Thomas as his wide receiver 3, gets Bijan Robinson, or Bijan, Brian Robinson. Yeah, Bijan this late would be great.
Right?
Brian Robinson here in the 8th or 9th goes Adam Thielen in the 10th. Geno Smith as his QB2 in the 11th. He grabs Tank Dell here late, as well as Deuce Vaughn. And then Michael Mayer here as his backup tight end. I don't think that was necessary. I don't think you needed a backup tight end there. You could just kind of stream it when you didn't have Goddard. But to me, not bad. So congratulations, Lord of Fanta. One of my favorite guys out there. His original name on Sleeper was Lord of Fantasy. When he got in the mocks, it would cut off the ending of it, and all we were able to see was Lord of Fanta. So he kind of just leaned into it and changed the name altogether, threw the Fanta logo on there, and we're forever grateful for that. So we appreciate you, Fanta. One of our guys from the beginning, man.
By the way.
Oh, okay. There you go. Where'd you have him at? Where'd you have him?
I think I have him second in my rankings.
Oh, okay. So Fantasy. Oh, you had him first. That was your first place
did
team.
I have him first? I knew I had him.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, that was their first place team. That was a team you really liked. So congratulations, Fanta. You made you were my 5th place team, I believe, 5th or 6th. But you didn't make Mike. Yeah, you didn't make Mike or Dustin's top 6. So you can hash it out with them, Fanta. And you go back a long way, so you can let them have it.
I just like how you finish off the team. I mean, the top's really solid, but I liked how the later picks of Geno Smith, Tank Dell, and Deuce Vaughn. That's sewed it up for me because he wasn't just, I mean, the last pick, it could have been nice to have somebody else with some upside or whatever. And I see what he's doing, but those 3 picks right there is what, helped propel the rest of the team up because he was looking for, help or somebody that could, specifically with Tank Dell and Deuce Vaughn, right?
Right.
To see what pans out with these guys is the later picks. And not just wasting the pick, and he's got him on his team ready to go.
Absolutely. So Rafi's saying if Tycoon doesn't this one, he quits. So, yikes, that's tough. Oh, we got Junior in the house. What's up, Junior? Dim Boys Junior, shout out. This is the guy you're going to be playing against, man. The reigning champ. Like his dad said here, the champ is here.
Yeah.
So reigning champ of the Listener League last year was Dim Boys Junior. He and his dad both got in there. He's a little underage, we don't have to go into specifics here, but let's just say he's under
underage
13
for fantasy football.
Yeah, not underage for fantasy football, but this kid's under 13, and he beat all of us grown adults in the Listener League. That a lot of us do this for a living, and stuff like that. So, big shout out to the champ, man. He took it down last year. Even beat himself. He was so good. He set Classic Mike's lineup the week they played and ended up beating himself, setting Classic Mike's lineup. So whatever he did turned to gold eventually there, and he took down that league, man. So congratulations. Can't wait to run it back this year, and hope we can beat you, my guy. But we're here, man. So let's go. Yeah, so there he is. So he's saying, let's go. He's listening. What's up, man? And we got to get him on the show. Part of that, too, was getting on the show. He was actually supposed to come on with this on Friday, but we had Adam Rank, so unfortunately we had to bump the champ for Adam Rank. I apologize for doing that. But we had it all planned out. You were going to come on and help us with that. Picking the new people for the Listener League drawing. But we'll have to we'll figure out another way to get you on here this year, since we're going to be drawing those Listener League names here tonight. So what's up, Dim Boys? Hopefully I gave you a nice little spot there on the show for Dim Boys Jr. So again, congrats. All right, so we'll get to our 4th place team here. The first loser, I guess you'd say. This one hurts me because this was my number 1 ranked team, team I really liked. It was tough. Yeah, so for me, it was the team drafting here right after Fanta, Mr. Jay Baloney, 14. He goes Cooper Kupp, Tony Pollard, Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, Drake London, Christian Watson, James Cook, Njoku, P. Ryan, Sky Moore, Bigsby, Rashee Rice, Zay Jones, Tyler Higbee. Find me a pick in there you don't like. I don't know why this wasn't everyone's favorite team. This was my number 1 ranked team, but unfortunately, I don't even, as the CEO, have that much power to push people on to the next round. Unfortunately, you just came up short here. It was actually a tie and went to a tiebreaker, so I don't know if maybe I shouldn't have said that, but it was really close, literally the same score. we had to go to our tiebreakers on it, and unfortunately, I lost that one to the third place guy that's on the list here. But Jay Baloney, I like the way he drafted, man. My favorite team here in the mock. So congratulations, you're the first alternate. If one of the guys up top can't make it, you'll be invited out here September 1st. So those are your 3 alternates. We'll get into the top 3 announcements here a little bit later. So let's dive into.
I'm looking at the score and I was like, oh, I see what happened there. I had them high as well, so don't. Yeah, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it was your third ranked team. Didn't make Dustin's top 6, and Mike had him as 4th. So Jay Baloney, I don't know what it was, man, but I thought it was good, man. So Tim Boys is saying, all I know is I'm not losing to my son a second year in a row. He said that's if he gets in. So we'll see if you make it in, my guy. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you do. So yeah. So who else do we? Let's get back to our risers and fallers. So let's talk about QB position. Do you have any risers at the QB position that you saw, or maybe a quarterback you want to highlight or low light? I guess we'll go riser or faller from the QB position.
You know what? I actually didn't look at too many QBs because most of them were like backups. I did look at just the numbers for Bryce Young and Daniel Jones, because Daniel Jones actually got some play, 8 for 9 for 69 yards on 1 touchdown. And obviously just a little bit of playing. Bryce Young also in there for Carolina Panthers, 3 for 6, 35 yards, 5.8 yard average, and he got 1 of 7 sacks there, so he got some sacks going on. So 68.1 rating. Not so much riser faller in his case, but obviously being a rookie, and we're just trying to keep an eye on what he's doing. And I didn't look too much at QBs beyond that. And most of the other guys I got either running backs or wide receivers, and a couple tight ends there.
Okay. I had a couple. I guess I'll go ahead and highlight then. I had to go with my guy Brock Purdy, man. Making his preseason debut. Comes out just slinging it, 4 for 5, 65 yards, passer rating of 118.75. Even had a little rush in there, man. A little scramble for 8 yards. Thought he played a decent game, man. Looked good, looked crisp. The decision making was there. So honestly, I think he's looking good. Better than what we kind of see the up and down you get from Trey Lance, who played the whole second half of this game. Darnold didn't look great at all. Lance definitely looked better this time, and game-winning drive.
I think he realized he's losing his job, and Purdy solidified the fact that he should be the starter, right? Because he looked in command, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and I think that's what everybody was looking for Trey Lance to do, but hasn't done it. Hasn't commanded the field the way Purdy does, and that's why everybody's hey, Purdy's the guy.
Absolutely. So there you go. Look at you got this might be crazy over there at the Dim Boys household. He's saying he bet you he's gonna get him again over here. So I told you, man. Little Junior was over there talking mess. He can hold his own, man. Don't let it fool you. If you guys know Dim Boys, he has Junior on it. Yeah. So there you go, man. We have Kishan here saying, hey, did you guys see the Terry injury? It didn't look great. I know it was a toe injury. I think they said the x-rays came back negative. Those toe injuries can linger, pretty bad. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, they said they got an x-ray towards the end of the game. They already said that he was x-rayed, and that came back negative. So I think he was probably just not feeling good. He'd probably be fine.
Yeah, those toes though are tricky though, man.
Highlight Johan Dotson right after that, because obviously Johan, being the number 2 over there, really looked good.
Yeah, I hope Terry gets healthy and he's good, because I don't want Johan flying up the draft boards. Yeah, man.
He's gonna.
I like getting him in that 7th, 8th, maybe 9th round sometimes, but
be in the 5th or 6th soon.
Let's not have him fly up. Yeah, we don't want him going up there.
Yeah.
But definitely, if he was out any time, then yeah, Jahan would definitely be up there. So another quarterback, man, that I thought looked good, Jordan Love. I think for the second week in a row, man, looked pretty decent. Kind of has me having a lot of the kind of just Green Bay offense in general is kind of creeping up there. Again, I know it's just preseasons, but we're here to overreact. That's what we're here for. Overreaction Monday. But goes 5 for 8, 84 yards, 137.5 passer rating. So not bad at all. Look crisp. Look good commanding the offense. Besides the botch snap that happened, in the first snap of the game. But after that, he settled in, and I just think he looks decent, man. Really like Reed.
Certainly feel more comfortable about Watson and Dubes.
Absolutely.
Dobbs, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, Dobbs, Reed, Watson. Watson hasn't really shown too much, but we've already seen what he can do in real game action. But I think it's good to see, Dobbs and Jaden Reed coming out here. So I think last week Dobbs scored the touchdown. This week Jaden Reed scored the touchdown. 19-yard touchdown strike. I think this offense has some good potential. Of course, you got the smash and dash, so to speak, with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon there. I mean, they have options. They got weapons. We'll see if Love can pull it all together. But so far, looking good. Shout out to all you Green Bay fans out there. You guys might be decent. So we'll see how it goes. Couple of other honorable mentions, man. Quarterbacks that I thought looked good this weekend. Daniel Jones goes 8 for 9, 69 yards and a touchdown.
I mentioned that guy, remember?
Oh, okay. It must have been when I was still fixing my camera. So if you talked about him, good. Did you mention
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. 135 passer rating for Daniel Jones. I don't know if you mentioned that, but I'll leave it at that. Did you mention Kenny Pickett out here looking good?
No, I don't remember showing Daniel Jones in that one game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kenny Pickett, man, looking good. 3 for 4, 43 yards and a touchdown, 148 passer rating. Just looks like, they'll have an opportunity there. Makes me feel, even better. We've been pretty big on Deontay Johnson already. Haven't been as big on Pickens. We'll see, how he all pulls it together. Jaylen Warren, obviously that 62-yard touchdown run was electric. We'll see if Najee can kind of hang on to his job. I guess that's maybe a good way to segue into the running backs there. So Jaylen Warren's who I have, on my risers. I think he's one of the top handcuffs, you can get if anything were to happen to Najee. Looks like he has the ability to carry that offense if he needs to.
I'm
like I said,
Jaylen Warren over Najee Harris.
Over him? You mean you just rather wait, like you passing on Najee?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, you're not like taking him where Najee's going or something. Okay.
No.
Just had to clarify for the people listening.
Yeah. So for sure, I'm willing to wait to get Jaylen Warren late, and I think he's going to give you more draft value at the spot that he's going into. And I think that by the end of the year, he's going to be sharing touches, if not taking the lead role away from Najee. Najee's a volume guy, and he's got very low average numbers and very low everything.
Inefficient.
It's inefficient. Yeah, exactly. It has been showing it for 2 seasons already. I don't think that's going to change. That's just who he is. And we were high on Najee when he first coming out because he was going to be the guy to get all the touches, and he still does. He's still that, because that's the Steelers' offense.
We'll see if it changes, though.
It's to their fault that they don't change, that they don't go ahead and go for their other guy that they have on there that's doing good. So hopefully, the coach finally, sees the light of day and says, hey, you know what, this guy's pretty decent. Maybe I just throw him in there a little bit longer, a couple more plays or whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah, and we kind of saw him, after Tomlin not using really a third down back really too much last year, kind of started using it towards the end of last year. Bringing Warren on the field, he had some flex appeal week to week. So we'll see, what ends up happening there. So Jaylen Warren, definitely a name you want to keep on your list late in the drafts there if you can get him, as long as the hype doesn't go too crazy here by the time your drafts are actually starting, which we're in draft season now, man. We have obviously the Listener League draft's going to start up. We'll be doing the race as well for the Ambassador League at the end of this stream too. So make sure you guys stay tuned if you're in the Ambassador League. We'll be running that race to determine our draft order. We'll probably start that draft as soon as I get on with the stream and set the draft order. So we'll work on that, get that slow draft going. And then you and I have our home league draft starting next week. I'm doing my first auction draft this weekend, which I'm thrilled about. So yeah, got a lot. Man, these next 2 weeks are going to be crazy. So I can't wait, man. Football season is here. 16 days, guys. 16 days, and we're there. So who else you got at the running back position you want to highlight here as a riser or faller?
Go back to Rico Dowdle. I don't know how.
Dowdle. Your Cowboys boy.
Yeah, I mentioned him last week. I even sent you an article because you were like, "Is he going to be ahead of Malik Davis?" And it certainly looks like it. The guy went for 8 for 38, 4 point yard average, 8 yard average. Um, he also caught some passing balls and whatnot, so he was involved in the passing game as well. I forgot to write down the stats on that. Malik Davis got 8 for 32. Deuce Vaughn again going 5 for 14 and a touchdown. Low average on him, but they didn't use him that much. Here's Rico. Rico did go for 2 for 9, a 4 point yard average, and a touchdown
Yeah,
receiving.
touchdown. Yeah.
And receiving a receiving touchdown. I actually did write down the receiving part of it. And another guy I want to highlight is Jalen Tolbert as a number 3 wide receiver there with Dallas, 4 for 66 and 16-yard average. He's basically was a return guy last year. He's going into the wide receiver 3 slot, and he's throwing in
I
some
think
decent
that'll be
numbers.
most Gallup's role. I think he's more wide receiver 4.
I think he might take Gallup's role, man. Gallup,
Really?
he's always injured. He hasn't been what he should have been.
There we
Tolbert's
go.
got the speed.
Sleeper.
Have you seen
Sleeper
that guy?
alert.
That guy runs. I mean, obviously they put him as a return guy, so he's got the speed.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why your turban guy has been dropping punts and stuff lately. Kind of been muffing a couple things.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really
That dude's a joystick, man.
but
I like turban.
Rico, I do. Rico D, I like a lot as a handcuff, as somebody you could bring up, because Deuce is going to be there, but I just don't know how much they're going to, how much opportunity they're going to give Deuce, just being the rookie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So those
There you
kind of
go.
guys I was looking at. Zach Charbonnet, because we've been talking to him as a handcuff as well, and he got 3 for 31, 10.3 yards on that average. So
Yeah, he broke that nice long run. He's broken 2 nice 20+ yard runs.
And
I
I
believe
like
in
seeing
the
people.
preseason. Yeah.
What, they drafted him in the 5th or 6th round or so, 7th. Sometimes I like him late like that. Somebody I've been looking at over there. And I kind of did mine by teams. I did, like a Dallas versus Seattle team. Jason Smith Njigma, because obviously Jackson Smith Njigma, 3 for 58, 19.3 yard average, 48 long on 3 targets. So he caught all three of his targets. Looking good over there. Another guy that obviously we keep an eye on as a rookie, and doing some things.
Nice. I got a couple running backs before you start diving into wide receivers, but we'll go there real quick. I'll just mention mine quickly. Again, these are names that aren't really one name that's not really big there is just Tank Bigsby, 13 for 70. Just a nice handcuff for ETN. So I think that's, definitely a guy worth rostering. If you miss ETN up top, you can get him late. A couple other honorable mentions, maybe guys, you can get super late, or just somebody you want to watch on the waiver wire. Sean Tucker, man, Tampa Bay, 7 for 37, gets 3 catches for 18 yards. So just someone to watch out there. Never know. Maybe Rashad White isn't that guy. Sean Tucker, has looked pretty decent there. I know Rez from the Fantasy Frontline show here that you can catch on Get Right Fantasy Network. I know he's a big Sean Tucker fan. He actually had him as his RB2 in the rookie draft. They do a lot of Dynasty there. So, he says the talent's there. So just, someone to keep your eye on. Someone who is being drafted late, but is definitely worth, it's just kind of been shown out, popping off the screen, passing the eye test. Tajay Spears, 7 for 57 and a touchdown. He's kind of like a little bit opposite of what you get from Derrick Henry. The speed burst is there. Maybe, I don't know if he has the same top speed. I mean, he could have the same top speed as Derrick Henry now that he's older. But, if anything were to happen to Henry, the reason why he's going late round right now instead of in the first round is because everyone thinks he's old and he's going to break down. And if he does, Tajay Spears is going to be there to clean up. So definitely a guy that you maybe want to look for at the end of your drafts if you need some backup running backs there. So
here's a guy that might give you some opportunities here, at least for the first 3 games while Kamara's out. Is Kondre Miller. He had a nice catch along the sideline, and then very next play ran it in for the touchdown. He ended up getting 10 carries for 23 yards, low average, 1 touchdown, and then 3 receiving, 36 yards, and a 12 average on that, along with 27 receiving. So he's involved in the receiving as well. So he might be, the number 2 to Johnson while Kamara's
And
out.
they paid Jamal Williams. That's going to be his job, but it'll be a split, I think.
I'm just saying, for the 3 games. I'm not saying season long or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely a guy you want. I have some shares of him in best ball, so you never know. So like you said, we went into the receivers a little bit there. So let's just go ahead and turn that page. JSN, like you mentioned, just popping off the screen. Definitely a guy you want to get if you're passing on Metcalf up top. Can definitely target him or Lockett, in those mid rounds. I think coming away from your draft with one of those 2 guys, JSN or Lockett. Every day it feels like I switch back and forth between the new unknown and potential upside with JSN versus the just proven top 15 wide receiver you get in Tyler Lockett. Like, to me, just really, I don't think you can go wrong with any one of those guys.
I'd rather have Lockett and JSN over DK.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take any of them, really, just depending on my build. Like, if I need to get DK up top as a wide receiver 1, in like a hero RB, or if I go early tight end with Kelsey, or I'm grabbing one of the trio quarterbacks and I have to kind of wait on wide receiver, I don't mind taking DK up top. Although I'll probably just usually try to grab like Cooper or somebody else in a similar area, like you said, just so you can target one of these guys late, in JSN or Lockett. So another guy that I have here is I got to say my guy, man, Rashee Rice. 8 catches, 9 targets, 96 yards. Had an amazing 38-yard catch, another 28-yard catch that he kind of fumbled. He did fumble. Ball came completely out of his hands as he was falling down, but he caught it, concentrated it, and caught it twice. He should have 9 catches on 9 targets because of that. And that comes 8 straight catches after dropping his first target. So they went back to him. And we'll see, man. He's just somebody I've been, big on. You can get him late. He's attached to Mahomes. Everyone's looking for that upside. Who will, come out of that wide receiver room and be that wide receiver 1, or even just, a wide receiver, like just be as good as Juju Smith-Schuster last year, when he was healthy and play a full season. And I think, that's definitely doable, especially in the rounds you're getting Rice, super late in your draft. But he's definitely going to be rising up. You keep having more 8 for 96, preseason games. So check it out. And of course, Justin Ross, man, I still like that guy. Another guy is that kind of been popping off the screen a little bit here is Matt Collins, man, over in Atlanta. Dude's like 6'4". Apparently he doesn't wear shoes. I don't know what his thing is. He wants to have strong ankles and strong feet, so he doesn't wear shoes to keep his lower body extremities in better shape or healthier. So I guess he's a little weird guy, which is great for me. I love weird. Goes 2 for 20 in this game, but I could see him being a nice target over there to take some coverage off Drake London. Of course, you got 6'4" Kyle Pitts. I didn't realize how big that Atlanta receiving core is. So, I mean, 6'6" Kyle Pitts, 6'4", 6'3", I think Drake London, 6'4" Matt Collins, 6'6" Kyle Pitts, man. Desmond Ridder doesn't have to be that accurate when you're throwing to guys that have that kind of catch radius. So, who knows? Yeah, we'll see. Rafi's out here saying for late QBs, he loves Pickett and Ridder. So there you go. I had to throw that out there since we mentioned Ridder. Shout out to Brooks 7 Rings in here. What's up, man? He says he's saying, haha, Junior, what's up? He said, I hope you're on a Cowboys fan. He's like, I'm more than willing to extend an invite to the Pats Nation. And he got an emphatic no from that one. So shout out to Dim Boys staying true. With that name, Dim Boys Jr., I don't think you're converting him over to a Patriots fan.
No.
He's with the other America's team right now. So there you go.
Get that straight.
Oh, okay. There you go. I tried to slip it in there. I mean, they are the Patriots. I mean, come on. So Rafi's also saying Pierce, Herbert, and Spears are his hot late RBs. I don't know if Pierce is considered late, but he's definitely someone I'm okay with if I go like 0 RB or modified 0 RB, or what I call kind of my villain RB, where you kind of grab your RB1 kind of after your quarterback and like 3 wide receivers, like 5th, 6th round, as you're grabbing someone like Pierce as your RB1. I don't think that's too bad of a mood there.
Damian Pierce went 6 for 15, 2.5 yard average, 7 long. That's about it for this.
Yeah, and he should be getting all that work. So hopefully just the Houston offense can put it all together. So we'll see how it goes. Rafi has another hot take here saying hot to trot Mike Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Rashee Rice, and Kyle Phillips will be a PPR monsters. I think Kyle Phillips went down with an injury this weekend, so I'll have to check on that. He wasn't as fantasy relevant, so I didn't put him on the list. But now that you mention him, pretty sure he got hurt. So someone could check me on that and let me know if I recall. I got a lot of stuff that goes on, man. You guys know, for all of you guys that DM me throughout the day, I try to be accessible all the time, man, and have these. It's great conversations. I love having with you guys. I don't know how I retain all this information. So, but it's all there, man. It's all there. All these different conversations. I don't know if I've actually said it out loud or not, or if it was a conversation I had with one of you guys in the chat or something. But either way, keep it coming. So you got anybody else there that you want to mention as far as wide receivers, risers or fallers?
Let's see who else I have in notes on. Give me a second. Well, I did want to mention Bijan as the running back, went 4 for 20 at 5-yard average on him because we're always looking at those guys. Oh, Darren Waller, I wanted to mention as the tight end, went 3 for 30, 10-yard average.
No more wide receivers though. You're good on wide receiver because we can go to tight end.
Let me go to receivers. Hold on. Oh, Quentin Johnson.
Okay, yeah, QJ had a nice day.
12.3 yard average. Long at 16. I thought he looked pretty good. Obviously, we're just looking at guys in the small sample size with the time that they do get to play here. I think the next week is going to be even better, being the last week for the preseason, and we'll actually get a little bit more playing time on these guys. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm looking over through here for as far as wide receivers.
Well, get your next notes ready. We're gonna go on to tight ends while I read this off. Dim Boys is saying, I've told all my kids they can root for whoever they want, but if it's not Dallas, they're just gonna have to sleep outside. So not a bad not a bad deal, I guess. So I guess that wouldn't have flown in my house. I'm a Niners fan. My dad's a Raiders fan. And I guess I got paid back because my son. My oldest son is a Denver Broncos fan. I was able to get my younger son onto the 49ers, but he realized because as long as he liked my team, then I would buy him hats and jerseys and some
I get free swag
stuff like that.
Right now.
Exactly. You ain't getting none of that. I'm not supporting another team, just like Dim Boys is saying here. So you can root for whoever you want. I ain't buying you none of it. So you better ask your grandparents or somebody else. So yeah. So well said. And Rafi said, damn, just read Phillips had an MCL injury. So there you go.
Reportedly suffers MCL injury.
Yeah, there you go. Kyle Phillips, why do I know about Kyle Phillips? I'm just saying. Just saying, guys. It's the work. We roll our sleeves up here for you guys, man.
Traylon Burks is dealing with a sprained
LCL. Yeah, we're good.
Same team, so I have both these guys. That's not good.
D-Hop season, baby. D-Hop season. Oh, of course, Bro Cal's in here saying, raised him right with the Broncos fan. What's up, Bro Cal? Calvin over here with his Denver Broncos. That's where you get the Bro Cal from, Broncos and Calvin. So, yeah, man, you turned into a Broncos fan. I can't believe it. But y'all can talk. You guys can hang out. I'm not talking any of that. All right. So, so what else? You got some tight ends, and then we'll go ahead and announce our top three. Moving on to the final here.
Slip the Darren Waller in there, and then who else was I looking at?
I think he's going to fly up draft boards. I wouldn't be surprised by the time we get here that last week, he's going before Hawkinson even. I know people like Tycoon and a couple others out there really, really like Waller this year because there's no other wide receivers that are going to get targets. He's competing for Barkley for most targets. He literally might have most targets. So I think 70 something targets was the most that a wide receiver had in New York last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Dalton Kincaid, 3 for 45.
There you go. That's who I have.
Average, along at 21 on 4 targets. Obviously, on a good offense, somebody you wanted to look at. I'm looking to hopefully draft him. Obviously he's going late right now. Hopefully he doesn't creep up too much so that I'm able to get him. Another guy that was, because you mentioned Kenny Pickett doing all right over there, Pratt Freiermuth. It's just one for 25 for a touchdown, though. You know what I mean? So that was important.
Yeah. Why do you tell me I still had this? We could have been
the sleeper thing yet.
Yeah, we didn't have to have that. We weren't talking the draft. It's all good. I was having those video. I was having those video problems. It's all good. They can see our face.
Yeah, I didn't mind either one. But yeah, those are the 3 tight ends that I was looking at here. Nothing spectacular going on again, but again, I think that the highlight would be Darren Waller moving, probably going to be raising his stock easily.
For sure, yeah, him and Kincaid.
Yeah. Him and
I also
Kincaid.
have I also have Chiga Conquo. Got Rafi in here saying Chiggy's season. Especially, Kyle Phillips injury, got Traylon Burks. He might not be ready to go by week 1. The initial timeline was saying he should be kind of returning by week 1. But he still needs to get in football shape, get some practice in. Like, I don't know if he's actually going to play week 1 or see a significant, amount of playing time. They may ease him back in coming off that injury because it's going to be a long season. Chig played, I think, every single one tight end snap while the starters were in there, which is important because he was coming off the field sharing with Austin Hooper last year. So if he has that role, especially with those two guys hurt, again, they got Robert Woods, a couple other, people, Westbrook Akine, but I mean, really nobody else. So hopefully Chig can really pop off this year. So is that Hunter Henry? Hunter Henry? I'll do a gentleman's bet on that, which is just $1. Take a zero off of there. We just do $1 in your pride. Make an outlandish statement like that. I'll take that all day. Like, I'll just take the field. It's either Henry, I'll take the field. So I got you, Rafi. We're in the ambassador league, so we'll be all right. Yeah. We got it. We'll keep track. Waller's 100% the best receiver on New York Giants. He's gonna have a huge year if he stays healthy. That's the big F right there. He hasn't been able to do so with the Raiders last couple of years, but I probably wouldn't be that healthy if I played for the Raiders either. I'm just saying. Just saying. Them boys is agreeing, so he's not taking that bet. What do I hear about? We're talking about Hunter Henry? Are we talking about the same guy here? Talking about the same guy? Kincaid.
Kincaid over Dalton Kincaid over Laporta?
Only because he's attached to Allen. I'll take it. I'll take that upside. So it's tough. I mean, I get one or the other. But I think you have to take Kincaid in the 10th. Laporta's been slipping 11, 12, maybe later sometimes. Before he's barely even getting drafted, but he's definitely on there.
True.
So
I'll take Kincaid over Laporta, but I'd like to have both of those guys. Those are the two guys
Patriots
I would like
fans
to have
coming
as far
out.
as rookie tight ends or whatnot. Kincaid and Laporta are the ones I'm looking at. I've seen somebody in one of our drafts actually drafted both of those guys back to back. I thought it was a pretty smooth move, and one of them would pan out for him. But
one might hit.
Be pretty, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're not drafting them tight end 3 overall they were doing Pitts. That's the important part.
No. They drafted number 10 or 11 or 12 and 13 or whatever it was, and so yeah, it was way late. It wasn't early.
Absolutely. All right, so I think that's it for our risers and fallers. Unless you got anything else, anyone else you want to mention on there significant? All right, I'm going to take that silence as nothing. You can add it on later. We're going to go to our top 3 announcement, man. Let's get to it.
Did we mention Tanks Bigby?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I did.
75.4. Yeah, pretty freak. That's it.
Yeah, we're good. All right, so let's do it, man.
We're done.
Top 3. Announcing our top 3 from our semifinal mock on Friday night with Adam Rank. So our number 3 team moving on to the September 1st finale is the one, the only Jeezy 19 ACG. So shout out to Jeezy. He was earlier. It was midnight though, so he might have passed out already. Remember, he said we were rolling sleeves up. We weren't rolling up sleeves. We were rolling up other stuff. So Jeezy, man, congratulations. Hopefully you stuck it out through this whole thing, man. Congratulations. You're getting the golden ticket, my friend. We'll see you September 1st on Friday night to see if you can draft that team. And now you don't have to draft the team we like. You can draft the team you like. But he stayed true. He made it to the finale with Mike Evans on this team. So he goes AJ Brown in the 12th spot, followed by Josh Jacobs, Jalen Hurts, Damian Pierce, who we were talking about earlier, grabs Mike Evans, Brandon Ayuk. Then he gets Pat Fairmouth, gets Quentin Johnson, grabs Jamal Williams, Cole Kmet. Then he goes Rondell Moore, Romeo Dobbs, stacked with Jordan Love, and then rounds it out with Chuba Hubbard. So
all these guys on here today.
Yeah, so it was almost kind of a perfect thing there. So congratulations, man. I had you as my 3rd ranked team, so I guess I nailed it. You basically made all 4 of our top 6. You were Frank's 6th ranked team. You were Mike's 2nd place team, and Dustin's 5th place team. So combined, you made it there. Like I said, it was a tie between you and Jay Bologna, Bologna, but because you made all 4 of our scorecards, and Jay Bologna only made 3 of our 4 scorecards, so it's all Dustin's fault, Jay Bologna, why you didn't make the top 3 there. But congratulations, Jeezy. Keep your eye out on your DMs for that invite. Oh, there he goes. There you go.
Hey,
He's here
say
still.
the name Jay Bologna or Bologna?
I think it's Bologna. It has to be Bologna. But I say Bologna just because it's funny. But yeah. So congratulations, Jeezy. Everyone's saying what's up. Congratulations, my friend.
Maybe that's new for me.
I don't know what the V stands for, but I could guess what the other things stand for. So it is not too friendly, but yeah. So congratulations, man, making it in. So number 2 team here was ranked. Where did I have him ranked? Let me go back. Too many spreadsheets now. I had him ranked as my number 4 team. He was your 2nd place team, Frank, and this is Dustin's 1st place team. Didn't even make top 6 for Mike. So just to show you guys how these things go sometimes, man.
Right. Mike didn't even rank this.
Didn't even make his top 6, but he's the number 2 guy moving on here. So congratulations to Josh J, 22, drafted out of the 3 spot. Goes Christian McCaffrey, Jalen Waddle, Jonathan Taylor, Jerry Jeudy, Justin Fields. He gets Darren Waller, who we talked about, George Pickens, Zach Charbonnet, who we talked about, Elijah Moore, Dalton Kincaid, who we talked about, Jameson Williams, Daniel Jones, DJ Chark, and rounds it off with Tajay Spears, who we talked about as well. So you can see why this team made it, man. Yeah, see? I knew what the first part. I knew what the V stood for. I knew what the rest of that stood for. But yeah, so congratulations, Josh J, 22, man. Keep your eye out for that invite. You got your golden ticket to September 1st, man. Hopefully you can make it out with us to draft that best ball team for your chance to win that $50 cash prize. So again, congratulations, and we'll see you in a couple Fridays, or next Friday. Not this Friday, but the following Friday.
Yeah.
All right. So our number 1 team here. So number 1 team, moving on to the September 1st finale. This guy I had ranked as my number 2 team. He was Classic Mike's number 1 team. He was Dustin's number 3 team and Frank's number 4 team. Highest score here, matching one of the highest scores we've had so far in a mock draft, placing, top 3 almost or higher in 3 out of our 4. You had him just there at the 4th. But this guy came in and I think just drafted a nice team. You have the guy here in the 9 spot, which is a tough spot to draft for him, but he did it right. Mr. Nick Rock, 21. Congratulations, man. 1st place in this semifinal round. His team consists of Saquon Barkley, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Joe Mixon, Amari Cooper, Alexander Madison, Tyler Lockett, grabs Kyle Pitts, then Isaiah Pacheco, Rashad Bateman, Tua Tagovailoa, goes Roshan Johnson, Darnell Mooney, Jared Goff, and Ty Chandler to round it off. I thought it was a really well-balanced team. So there you go. I know Rafi's a little upset because Tycoon didn't get in here, man. Sorry, Tycoon. I just not a big Swift guy, and I don't do the whole Myers Lazard. I hate that whole range of wide receivers. And then you grab Fournette at the end, who's not even signed. I mean, maybe he signs with one of these guys, but it's so close to the season. That was just why I couldn't get you in here, Tycoon. But not to take the spotlight away from Nick Rock 21, man. So congratulations to Nick. You get your golden ticket to join the other 6 waiting for you here September 1st. So again, we're trying to find the best of the best mock drafters out here, man. A lot of it just has to do with the luck of the draw when we randomize the order and the group that you're with and the players that they like versus who you like and who we like ultimately overall. So congratulations to the top 3. Keep your guys' eyes out on your DMs for the invite and the link. So congratulations.
You're in the running for $50. I mean, shit.
Yeah, man. There it is. You have your chance. Yeah, just for drafting. Take home some cash. So we got Kyle in here saying, What you think of my draft? As QB was Herbert, running backs Pollard, Connor, Javante, Zamir, and Zeke. Wide receivers are Jefferson, Olave, DK, Godwin, Deontay, Quentin Johnson, tight end Kincaid. Defenses Eagles. So decent team. What are the parameters? Like, is it 3 wide receiver and a flex, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, half PPR, full PPR? Let me know. I want to say it's probably like standard or half because you're pretty heavy on running backs there, and not as heavy on wide receiver. So I assume it's probably 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, and maybe like half or standard there. So, it is full PPR. So 10-man PPR, 2 flex, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back. Okay. So you can just tell. We've been doing this. I've been doing this so often. Guys on the one team. Yeah, I was gonna say. So you're doing this so often, you could just look at a team and tell what kind of league it was drafted out of. That's how you know we've been looking at too many drafts this off season, doing all our grades and running all these mocks. So there you go. So I think it's a nice team. It's real nice, and in a 10 team, to get these guys. But again, you got Jefferson, obviously 101 pick. Olave, DK. I mean, to me, it's a nice course. So again, just prayers out, no injuries, and hopefully you can bring home a chip, man. Keep us posted, Kyle, throughout the season. Let us know how it goes.
Kincaid at just since it was the real draft, I'm wondering.
Yeah, let us know. Where'd you get Kincaid? I'm gonna say in a 10 team, probably went like in the 12th, maybe 11th or 12th in a 10 team, I'd say. So well done.
He's very soft RBs in his opinion for a 10 team. Let's see what he's got. Pollard, Connor, Javante, Zamir White. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because he went Jefferson first.
I think he went wide receiver first. Jefferson, Olave.
Well, and then he went Olave too right after that.
Yeah,
so
Olave, Jefferson, Olave firstly. Definitely the first pick. Pollard was in there, and then Olave. Jefferson, Pollard, then Olave, I imagine.
Yeah. And he kind of went with like a modified hero RB, or like I like to call that villain RB, when you kind of get those wide receivers early. So yeah. Oh, so it went 14 even?
14. Nice.
Okay. Oh yeah, because there's a defense in there. Yeah. And he got Eagle defense. So, yeah, well done. Let us know how it goes, man. But yeah, like Rafi said, it is a little soft for 10 team, but I think you make up for it in Jefferson. It's full PPR, so you should be good. So nice team. Way to go. Again, you guys got any other questions or anything? Throw them in the chat. Otherwise, I think we're going to get to this listener league drawing, man. Let's do it. I don't know.
Let's do the race.
Absolutely. So for sure. So let's remove this here. We're going to get a new screen in here. So let's switch to this screen here. So last chance. Sponsor, by the way. If there's anyone in here that is interested in getting in the listener league, if you want to, it's a managed league. It's going to be a slow draft starting probably Wednesday. Once we get everybody in and settled, it is going to be managed, trades, waiver wire, all that good stuff, fab. So if you're interested, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to roll this thing out. So let me, excuse me. Let me get the share screen going here. All right, so let's bring it up. All right, so first 3 people in the chat, give me a number 1 through 8. 1 through 8, first 3 people in the chat. Drop it in the chat. 1 through 8. Any random number, 1 through 8. Give it to me.
And you already got everybody listed over here on the left?
Yeah, we already got them in there.
How many people you got listed? How many people you got listed in there?
We got a good amount of people. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we got 21 people here, all fighting for 7 spots in the listener league. So let's see. So we got JH in here saying 7. We got Dim Boys. And again, these may come out of a different order based on what we see them versus what you see them. But the order they came in for us was 7, 3, and then Calvin got 2. So what is that? 12? So we're going to give this thing 12 shuffles here. 11, 12. Oh, I just went 13. Well, let's go with Rafi. So he went 4. So I need 3 more. 2, 3. So there we go. Jeezy's here too. Let's give it another 6. So that'll take us to 22 shuffles. Hey, why not? They're in there. Let's make it everybody part of the show. We're all in on it. All right, so this is for the Listener League drawing. It's going to be a super flex. Yeah, I love shuffling it. Super flex, 3 wide receiver, full PPR. Going to be a fun league. Your chance to play against myself, Frank over here, Classic Mike, our Dim Boys Jr., our reigning champion, and of course Wilson, our ambassador extraordinaire, got his golden ticket for getting Adam Rank and a bunch of other stuff for us this offseason, bringing a ton of subscribers to us. So he's going to be in there as well. So your chance to play against us 5. So that's 7 spots that are remaining. So we're going to go through and get those going here. You'll guys see here, I do have the luck value adjusted. DCAS, Uno Gas, Josiah, Mech 265, Flag RJ, Brocow 44, all have pluses because they earn multiple entries. So for each extra entry, you're getting a luck dot, I guess is what it's called. So the more people you bring to us throughout the mock season to come mock with us, subscribe to the channel, of course, then you get your entries here into the Listener League. So those are it. We have our settings set here. Minimum of 4 yards, maximum of 8, 1 to 5 seconds per rush. And we're going to do a fast speed here. So this is just recapping all our stuff with the looks. So these are all the guys in here. Dim Boys Senior, DCAS, KJ Flint, Spitzmo, Epps, Unogas, Jafar, Josiah, CE3, Ron Swanson, Pasadena Patriots, Nick Rock, who just got first place, Steve Rabaugh 23, Mech 265, Leo the Jets fan, Spitted 2K, Flag RJ, Mason Ruthier, Brocal, and Felix. So good luck to all you guys, man. We're gonna run this in here. Rafi says he's not in there.
Funny as I remember these guys on their names, just like.
And Jeezy, did you guys see? I posted the thread. I posted in a thread. Say if you guys have our notifications turned on, then you get an entry in there. So I can go back here. Let's go back. We got time.
Right guys in there, yeah.
We got time.
Fix it.
We got time.
Yes.
So we need to add what? 2 more. So 22. And let's get Rafi in here. And let's get Jeezy in here. And I think Jeezy, I left you out because you have the Got Left League. So anybody that doesn't make it here, Jeezy, you get a chance to play against me and Jeezy in the Got Left Out League. So if you get left out of the Listener League, you can play in the Got Left Out League. It's kind of like the second Listener League. So there we go.
So, yeah,
there you go. So we got you in. Speak now, forever hold your peace, guys. Anybody else who wants to get in this league, since we just added them, we're gonna
poking holes in my fishing boat.
We're gonna shuffle it a couple more times now. Yeah, see, they're gonna get you. All right, so there we go. We got it set up. Got it here. Got those guys in there. So we're gonna get this thing started. You guys ready? Here we go. Good luck to you all, and we'll see how it goes, man. All right, Frank, you can call it out. You ready to call it?
I'm ready.
All right, call it out. Let us know. You know, like we got someone coming in first.
Yes,
no, he's taking. You got it. All right, here we go. All right, I'm excited, man. Here we go. I sit down just so the Got Left League if he'll get in to get right. Oh, okay, so he's gonna give up his spot in the Got Left Out League if he makes it in here. He's such a good man. So here we go. All right, man. Anticipation is at its highest. Good luck to all you guys, man. Can't wait to see who we'll be playing against this year, man. So here we go. We're starting it up. Call it out, Frank. In 3, 2, 1.
Who gets out to the early rush here?
Ooh.
Oh, Met goes out early.
Flag
RJ. Maybe some luck. Uno Gas Brocal at the bottom coming up fast. Flag RJ.
Oh, Uno Gas
just coming out of nowhere. Brocal coming up from behind. Still Dim Boys Senior coming in. Mecca coming up at the top. And Uno Gas finishes first.
Who's going to get second? Brocal.
Still not crossing.
Flag dog.
There he goes. Thurs. Flag RJ.
It's too much going on. So we're looking for the top 7. We're looking for the top. So Spitta. Sorry. All right, so here we go. First place. Go ahead, read it off.
In there. So
you got it? You want to read it?
Second place, Brocal. Third place, Flag RJ. Fourth place, Spitzmo. Fifth place is Felix. Sixth place is Mech 265. And seventh is Dem Boys Senior.
No way. The rematch. The rematch is in play. Senior versus junior again. He got what he asked for. He wants all that smoke. Oh, man. All right, so congratulations again, Uno Gas. Yeah, he was starting off slow and then just bolted out of there. So Uno Gas first, Brocal second, Flag RJ, Spitzmo, Felix, Mech, Dim Boys to round out top 7. So we are going to keep this, the rest of this here, Josiah, Epps, DCAS, Jafar, Steve Ball, Ron Swanson, Pasadena Patriots, all these guys down here. Those will be the alternates. So if any of these guys, for whatever reason, can't get in the league, then we will definitely come to you guys in this order.
Or they decide
From
to
there,
give to somebody else so they could play in different leagues or whatnot.
Definitely. Or again, if you guys are interested here, Josiah and all these other guys in the Got Left League, man, make sure you guys reach out to us. If you want to get in, we'll probably post the open invite in the Sleeper channel. So if you're not part of that, make sure you go and join it. The link is in the description. So you can get first chance at the Left Out League. So there we go. What do you say?
Out, clapped in my face and said, "I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you."
Oh, it's like that. You tell him, Dim Boys. You tell him. It was meant to be, man. It was meant to be. Oh man, that is hilarious. That is too funny. Calvin saying my guy Josiah came in 8th. It's so close. Yep. Josiah, great guy. I've been talking with him a lot in the chats. Really appreciate him joining. So there we go. But they said got left is where the real sharks swim. There we go. So he's talking up. Don't feel bad you didn't get in here, man. You still get a chance to come play against me and Jeezy in that Got Left League. Yeah, so he wants all that smoke with his dad. Yeah. So I love it, man. I love it. Late edition too, so it wasn't even planned. He was a late edition, wasn't even in there at first, got in there, and now is gonna be interesting in that household again this year. So can't wait, man. Keep your eyes out on those DMs. I'm actually, let me make sure I'm gonna copy all this actually.
Yeah, copy and paste it somewhere.
Yeah, make sure we get it. Oh, I could just save the replay. Oh, perfect. I just have the whole replay right here. So I don't even have to worry about it. Perfect. Sorry, guys. We're going to take care of some housekeeping right here so I don't forget. So we'll get those invites sent out. So there we go. We got one more cool thing for you guys here before we get out. So like I mentioned, we have our Ambassador League. So to be a Get Right ambassador, basically what you're doing is you're just promoting Get Right. If you're doing mock drafts in Sleeper or any other platform, if you have an opportunity, people ask you what content creators you listen to, tell them about Get Right, man. Have them let you know that they subbed. If they do, that's how you earn your entry here. People help me run these mock draft qualifying tournaments. Guys just helping out, website, just different things, anything that we ask, anything we need. The ambassadors are always there to help out. So if you guys are interested in being an ambassador, make sure you hit me up. We had a new ambassador just get anointed this year, Mr. Flag RJ. So he will be joining us in that Ambassador League. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring up another race. So we have that Ambassador League. We're going to determine our draft order right now live. And we're going to get this thing started as soon as the slow draft, as soon as we end this thing here.
Technical issues with Junior about losing the phone and the Sleeper login. I had an issue with that too myself, man. I had to create another one, but yeah, I feel you on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just let me know for sure.
The invite for the God Left. So we're going to be doing the God Left.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, Jeezy. I'll get with you and we'll talk about it. We'll post it in there and stuff. We'll handle that tomorrow. It's already a late night. It's already like 1 a.m. over there for you or something. So we'll definitely handle that for sure. Yeah. So again, anyone who's interested, man, getting that Left Out League, let me know. Jeezy was also saying it was rigged. All right. So right here we have the. I like it. Right here we have the Listener League, or I'm sorry, the Ambassador League. This is to determine the draft order. So we already got Wilson in here. He already knows the deal. First 4 people, throw me a number 1 through 5 for our shuffles here. 1 through 5.
He's just
he already knew. He already knew. See, that's why he's Ambassador Extraordinaire. That's why he's there. So Rafi's in this race, so he's in the Ambassador League. So he's juicing up his horse for this one. So we got it coming in here. So we got 3 from Wilson. Add this all up for me, Frank. 3 from Wilson, 5 from Dim Boys Jr. We got JH saying 4. Got 5 from Dim Boys Senior.
12.
We got 2, and then we got 69 from GC.
17.
Hey, we got a little kid
19.
in the chat here tonight.
19
Yeah,
total.
so we got 19 shuffles. All right.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing the additional 69. So we'll just do 19 shuffles.
19's a good
depending on how my mouse wants to go. All right, so there it is. 19 shuffles. These are the 12 ambassadors that we have in here. No luck on this one. It's all just everyone's even. Same settings, 4-8, 1-5, and we'll go fast so it's not too fast so we can enjoy it.
Yeah, that fast one. Don't want to go too fast.
Yeah,
then it just kind of
a lot going on.
Can't even keep a track of who's moving where.
Absolutely. And that was a lot of people. This is going to be 12, so it should be much easier. So we got RJC, Ron Kalla, for you guys who don't know. We have NYG guy in here as well. One of our, what do we call them? Our original OGs, our 3 OGs that we had. So NYG guys in here. Brocal, of course, Ambassador Extraordinaire, bringing a ton of folks this offseason for us, man, in the years prior. We got Magoats on the Checkdown podcast over here, always promoting Get Right. So he's in here. Got myself in here, Rasta. You got Wilson here as well too, Ambassador Extraordinaire. You got Ni, or NNY, as some people call him. One of our other OGs in here. You got Dim Boys. Of course, we have the 3 OGs in here with NYG guy, Ni, and Dim Boys. Our first 3 subscribers. Were part of our very first mock. So big shout out to these guys. Got Rafi in here, of course. Been a great ambassador over this last year, man. I appreciate all you do for the channel. Got our newest ambassador in here, Flag RJ. We got our boy Pillsbury Throwboy. I wouldn't have made it through mock draft season last year, or the mock draft tournament last year without him. So appreciate that. And of course, you guys all know, right? Yeah, it's a good one. And you guys all know, Tycoon, of course, big friend of the show. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Fantasy Boardroom. Description's down in the description, or the description. The link is down in the description under the Friends of Get Right. He's down there with the Fantasy Boardroom, so make sure you guys go throw him subscribe as well. So yeah, no
luck in the air on this one.
What's that? Yeah, no luck on this one. No anything fancy, just straight up leg it out race. So this is going to determine our.
We got to go back and look at who won and how much of their luck actually got him in.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. I know Flag Dog had 4 entries. Brocal. I think a lot of guys with luck did make it in actually. So it pays to it pays to get multiple people in here. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So they're saying the Horsemen. Oh, so they don't want to be the OGs. They're the 3 Horsemen. The 3 Horsemen. So there you go.
There you go.
And Rafi saying allegedly. All right. So here we go, man. So we'll see. I'm hoping I get it. I don't even know what pick I want this year. I feel like I can do.
For picks? This
is for our draft order. So we're determining draft order right here. We're all in this league, just the 12 of us. So this is to determine our ambassador draft order. So here we go. You gonna call it out again, Frank?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. I'm gonna be trying to just put some willpower.
We're
here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, Rasta.
And we're off. And then Y guy goes for the Tycoon coming up at the bottom. And we got RJC taking off the lead at the top here. And then we froze a little bit. Hold on. What happened here? RJC still running up strong. Tycoon. Then Pillsbury Throwboy coming in there. And then
come on, Rasta.
And then White Rasta still saying bad. Pillsbury Throwboy
come on.
Down slim. And then White looks like he's going to get first.
Ron,
RJC
second.
And then Throwboy. It's got to be the Throwboy.
Oh, at least got 5th.
Rasta, where'd you get 5th?
I got 5th.
11th. Them boys.
Dang. There it is. So we'll recap it here. NNY gets first, or Ni, as you guys know, Ni gets first. Ron gets second. Pillsbury Throwboy gets third. Yeah, he shot out of the cannon. NYG guy gets 4th. I hate to be picking right after him on that turn. That's going to be tough. You get myself here at 5. Cody's here at 6. You get Tycoon here at 7. At least I'm at least a spot away from Tycoon. You get Brocal here at 8. You got Rafi at 9. Flag RJ at 10. Wilson at 11. And Dim Boys to round it out at 12. So there it is.
You got a good spot, man. I like the 5th and 6th.
Oh, look at he was calling it. He said, "This is the one race I want to lose. Give me that 12 spot." And he got what he asked for. So he got it in the listener league, and he just got his spot that he wanted. So
honestly, this year, out of all the drafts have been on these mocks and this and that, the better teams have come in the later half of the draft orders. So
yeah, a lot of them have
in a bad spot. The majority of the guys have been more in the late than the beginning. Only 1 or 2 drafts that I can remember did have the first couple guys have pretty decent teams, but the majority of them have been at the back half for sure. So
yeah. And Robbie said, "JFC, my horse always shot cocking it, choking it." Oh man, that is funny, dude. So there you go, man. So can't wait. I'll get that draft order going. Let me make sure I save this as well so I don't lose it, so I can get that. Boom. Get that going for next time. So there we go.
A lottery ticket tonight.
I know, right? He just hit it. So there you go, man. So again, man. So I hope you guys like that show, man. That's all we got for you tonight. Just want to, of course, thank our last sponsor, man. And speaking about getting your leagues going, make sure you guys go check out TrophySmack.com. Use that promo code GetRight, man, when you sign out. They got a bunch of different stuff over there. They got rings. They got belts. They got, of course, your basic trophies. And they even got stuff like the Kirk Cousins chain. So make sure you guys go check them out, man. TrophySmack.com. Everything is customizable over there for the most part. You can put your league's logo on there. You can get the team names engraved and things like that. So, you can get loser trophies as well. But yeah, the belts is where it's at, man. Always one of my favorites. So make sure you guys, again, go check out TrophySmack.com. Use the link in the description. Use the promo code GetRight when you check out, and that'll help support our channel here. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. And always keep in mind, if you guys are interested in your own show, maybe coming on here talking with us, want to be part of Get Right Fantasy, or kind of come under our umbrella, so to speak, we can help you get started. Just reach out to me, getrightff@gmail.com, or you can hit me up at Rastafaran on Sleeper, Twitter. Again, all my contact info is in the description. You guys know how to get a hold of me. And you guys can be like one of these guys. So we got Fantasy Frontline with Tim and AJ. There we go. You got the Check Down Podcast with Cody McGoats, Shirtless Pat and the fellows over there. And of course, Adam J is going to be starting up the fantasy, or the Dead Zone Fantasy show here coming soon. So again, make sure you guys go check out the description and go sub to our partner channels there. And help them out, help them grow, like you guys have done. Maybe you want to write some
articles. Maybe you got some work in the background. You could help with a website. Maybe producing the show here. We need a lot of help. There's plenty of things to do for everybody around here. If you're so inclined to help out, we need the help.
Absolutely. So Rafi saying, past the bedtime. I know you got little Cholula Batman over there, so I'm sure you're gonna be awake anyway. But we appreciate you, man, for hanging out here. Appreciate all you guys. Saying love you, DJs. Great show. Appreciate that. And Den Boy saying great show tonight, guys. So again, we appreciate it, man. We couldn't do without you guys. Make sure, I don't think I said it yet, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, hit that like button for us. It helps us just as much as the subscribe. I think we finally just hit 950. So we need just 50 more people to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. So make sure you guys let us be known, man. We don't want to be the best kept secret. Have them come out, be part of this community. And we can continue to grow together, man. Let's bring home some championships. Good luck in your drafts if you have them coming up. You guys know you can always hit us up if you have questions, with your draft, and or if you want us to know how, have us give you our feedback on the team that you did draft. We're always here for it. Of course, we'll help you manage your team throughout the year, doing our waiver wire shows, doing our trade shows, roster management, as well as our start sit shows on Friday. And of course, your active inactive start sit Sunday morning with Classic Mike. So for Dustin, for myself, for Frank, you got anything else, Frank, before we get out of here? I didn't even ask you. My bad.
Cheers.
You're good? There we go. So cheers to everybody. Appreciate you guys, man. Again, hit that like and subscribe button for us. Otherwise, we'll be back here. Classic Mike and I will be here with you guys on Friday. And then we're just that much closer, man, to real football coming. So 16 days away. So Let's check it out. All right, guys. Peace out.
Yeah, check
We'll
out
see you
the
guys on
last show
Friday.
with Adam Rank. That's the last thing I want to say.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All right,
If you missed it, go back, check out Adam Ring. All right, we're out of here, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Wanted to write fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go